Hello, little dreamer. Are you ready for a magical moonlight adventure? Wave hello to me and let's begin our story together. In a quiet, sleepy room, a little shadow danced on the wall. It loved to play games when the moon was big and bright. It wiggled and giggled without making a sound. The little shadow loved to hop over moonbeams on the floor. It would leap from one bright patch to another. It was having so much fun all by itself. Then the shadow looked out the window into the moonlit garden. It saw two little bunnies snuggling close together. They looked so warm and cozy. The little shadow watched them and felt a strange feeling inside. It saw how happy the bunnies were in their hug. The shadow started to feel a little bit lonely. A hug looked like the warmest, most wonderful thing in the world. The little shadow decided it wanted a hug more than anything. "I want a hug too," it wished to itself. The shadow saw a beautiful flower in a vase on the nightstand. It looked so soft and gentle. The shadow thought, "Maybe the flower will give me a hug." It reached out its shadowy arms to hug the pretty flower. It tried to wrap its arms around the stem, but its arms went right through it. The little shadow felt sad. It couldn't hug the flower and it couldn't hug the chair. It couldn't hug anything at all because it was a shadow. A little tear of moonlight dripped from its eye. The shadow sat sadly at the foot of the big, cozy bed. As it moved, it noticed something amazing. It was attached to the feet of a little child sleeping under the covers. The shadow wiggled its toes, and the child's feet wiggled under the blanket. It waved its arm, and it saw its own shape was the same as the child's. The shadow wasn't alone after all. A warm feeling spread through the little shadow. It was the child's shadow. They were connected like best friends. The shadow watched the child sleep, feeling happy and safe. Just then, the little child started to wake up. They stretched their arms high above their head. The little shadow stretched its arms too. The child looked around the room and then saw their favorite teddy bear sitting at the end of the bed. It was a fluffy, brown bear with a little red bow. The child's face lit up with a happy smile. The child picked up the bear and gave it the biggest, warmest, coziest hug you have ever seen. And as the child hugged the bear, the little shadow was part of the hug too. Its shadowy arms wrapped around a shadowy bear. It was the best feeling in the whole world. The shadow felt warm, safe, and so very loved. It finally had its hug, and it was more wonderful than it ever imagined. The little child snuggled back into bed, holding the teddy bear close. The little shadow snuggled close too, right there on the wall. It was not lonely anymore. The little shadow knew that wherever the child went, it would be right there too, ready for more adventures and more hugs. And that made the shadow feel the happiest it had ever been. Sweet dreams, little shadow. And now it's your turn to feel cozy and loved. Can you give yourself or your favorite toy a big warm hug right now? Squeeze tight. What was your favorite part of the little shadow's story? Was it when it danced in the moonlight, or when it finally got a warm hug? Every part of a story can be special. If you liked our story, your family can click the like button so we know you had fun. Don't forget to subscribe for more happy adventures together. See you next time.